And welcome back to the Dumpster Fire 4.0, part of AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I'm Josh, here with Janice.
Yep, I'm still here.
We're still here. We're still kicking. And as we mentioned on our previous segment, this past week was Gamescom, and there was quite a bit of announcements. One of the biggest ones that we had been waiting for some time, especially Janice and I, as we are quite big fans of the Tekken series. We finally got a release date for Tekken 8. Janice, lay it on me. What is that release date?
So the release date for Tekken 8 will be January 26th, 2024.
All
Unfortunately,
right.
It won't be this year, which kind of sucks because then it would have been real competitive for the fighting games.
It would have been.
But it looks like it's just going to be Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
All right, that's still quite a bit of a or how do I say this? That's still quite a bit of competition, I should say.
Yeah.
Because Street Fighter has been really, really solid, and Mortal Kombat, of course, it's gonna sell a bazillion copies regardless.
Yeah, because I'm gonna lie, Mortal Kombat does this a lot. They hype up everything with their DLCs and using music that is not gonna be in the game, but they use the music in the trailer.
I mean,
you know the music that they're using in that trailer for the fighting stuff is not going to be in the game.
While that is true, I mean, I myself, I did see because they released like the first 17 minutes of like the story trail of the story gameplay, and I'm like, okay, no, there's definitely something here because they are going full ham with the new era, and it's going to be interesting to see how like they reframe the story. I guess we could say yet again.
Well, there's a cutscene that people are turning into memes, right?
Yes.
That dude just chilling while Kung Lao and Sub-Zero are just going at it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
chilling.
It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be an interesting chain of events. I know. I myself. I mean, I get the games anyway, just because I do love the games, and also some of the DLC that they've announced as of late is kind of crazy. I mean, we're gonna have Homelander, we're gonna have Omni-Man, Peacemaker.
Question. How broken you think Omni-Man's gonna be?
I have no clue, honestly. Yeah, no. How do I say this? I'm just gonna wait until the game itself actually comes out, and then we'll see where it goes. Although I know for sure, J.K. Simmons is returning to voice Omni-Man for the game. John Cena has been confirmed he is gonna be Peacemaker in the game, which is gonna be hilarious.
John
I'm like,
Cena's
please
in a fighting
give me
game
some.
that's not WWE related,
Right? It's like, please give me like any of the quips. It's a rated M game, so they can get away with it. Mm-hmm. Give me the quip, like with how many times he just quips in that show, like please, like bring in like some of those one-liners into the game because that'll be hilarious. Like with Omni-Man has some great lines in Invincible, so that should be a ton of fun.
Yeah, with Tekken 8 though, they did announce the pre-order bonuses, which is nice since we are able to
a lot of pre-order bonuses.
Yeah, so with the deluxe edition, I unfortunately closed the tab with the prices, and I'm too lazy to bring it back up.
Oops.
But the base game is going to be $70, like
just the standard.
Yeah, which annoys me. But with the deluxe edition, it'll come with all the DLCs, which is nice. And then you will get if you pre-order any edition of the game, you'll get a Paul Phoenix skin for your avatar in the little hub world they're doing. Mm-hmm. And then along with that, with the deluxe edition, you will receive a gold skin pack for some of the characters. I know not all of them.
I was gonna say we all know Tekken loves their skins.
Yeah.
Holy moly, do they love their skins. Mortal Kombat does kind of do a lot of stuff with the skins, but Tekken takes it to like a whole other level.
Because you can literally customize them. Like, oh yeah, I don't like that shirt. I'm
yeah,
the shirt,
no,
but I like that pants.
You can just spend hours just customizing every single thing in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, they dropped the ball with some of the DLC characters in 7. Like with Noctis, you could only just change his full outfit.
Yeah.
Which was kind of disappointing.
It is still, just a crazy time. I mean, we've waited a while in between Tekken 7 and 8, so it's going to be fun, getting a new Tekken game, specifically for these next-gen machines, so that's going to be a blast. We got Alan Wake 2 also coming up later this year. Spidey 2. That is going to be absolutely bonkers. I'm on like a race against the clock because I finished all of Spider-Man Remastered on my PS5. I did the whole story, the DLC, everything. and now I'm working on Miles Morales, and I'm like, I when I played Miles Morales initially, I was like, this is kind of a shorter game, but there's so much to do in Miles Morales. I was like,
Yeah.
oh Lord, because I'm like, oh, maybe in like a couple of days I can crank out Miles,
But
and I'm
with
like,
Miles Morales,
oh, no.
it was actually planned to be a DLC.
yeah, and then like they pushed it into a full game, but they just added so much to do because I thought I was like, oh, there's only like 15 underground caches for the underground, right? And it's like, oh no, there's like 35. And then like with the time capsules, I was like, oh, it's like 10, right? And it's like, no, there's like 30 of them too. And I'm like, oh
Yeah,
Lord.
the Spider-Man games aren't really
There's
when
a
I go to
lot.
like find everything. That's more God of War for me.
Yeah.
I almost platinum trophied the 2018 God of War.
Ooh, there you
I
go.
still need to pick up Ragnarok though. Don't judge me.
I mean, hey, you weren't the guy who ended up with 2 copies by accident.
Lucky.
That was just pure,
I
unadulterated
need the
chaos.
physical copy though.
I know.
'Cause
I
then have all the God
know.
of Wars on disc.
I know. But it was, oh man, just how I ended up with 2 copies, but oh well. And then, yeah, but then also, it is Starfield Early Access Week. I believe it's people that pre-ordered it. They get what they start on Friday, I believe.
Let me look that up real quick.
Because I think it was September 1st.
I believe it's
that's
Friday.
when they can start jumping into the game. There are already people that have been playing the game. I believe reviewers. Yeah, early next week, reviews will officially go live for Starfield. It's gonna be interesting from what we have, from the little bit that's come out from people that have actually played the game. Bethesda is known for very buggy games upon release.
Close. August 31st will
August
be
31st.
early
Oh,
access.
Thursday. Okay. Whew, that is coming up very close. I know you can preload it. It is a very heavy. It is a very big download. It's I believe it's about 125 gigs on. It's about 125 gigs on console, and then on PC it's like 136. So it is a big game.
What's with games being over 100 gigs? That's honestly annoying me.
It's just a lot of. I mean, I know why they do it because all those textures, and then especially if in Starfield, you're supposed to explore thousands of planets. That's gonna take a while.
What is your main goal for your character in Starfield? Like, what type of character do you want to play?
That is so tricky because they have so many different kinds. Like, part of me, I just want to build one that's just like a space pirate and just does whatever he wants.
I'm doing one better.
You're doing one better? What are you doing?
Space cowboy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, I got to be like I'm not a cowboy. I'll be a pirate, but I'm not a cowboy.
I'll be a space ranger with a space big iron on his hip.
Oh, there you go. It's gonna be. It's just gonna be. Regardless of what it is. I mean, it's the first like new Bethesda IP in like 25 years. So it's
and then
gonna
right
be
after that,
insane.
we're probably gonna get another version of Skyrim.
Probably. I wouldn't.
Skyrim Special Anniversary Edition.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, Bethesda. From what we have heard, at least on a technical level, this is shaping up to be the game with the fewest amount of bugs, which, kind of impressive by Bethesda standards.
Yeah, but we don't know how big the bugs are.
We don't know just yet, and I mean, the game does come out.
Guarantee the game freezing is going to be one of them. It happens in every Bethesda title.
If they break the cycle with this, I will be very surprised.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
My expectations of that bug
Janice is
not
saying he
being in the
doubts
game
it.
is very low.
Janice
'cause
is
it
saying he
happens in
doubts it.
every
I'm saying
Bethesda
I
game.
think they can break it this time. Because originally, from what's been coming out, Starfield was supposed to come out years ago, but allegedly after the Bethesda acquisition, Microsoft is like, polish this.
Yeah,
And
this
that's
is
why
like
we've been waiting for so long.
Todd Howard's like fever dream game.
Oh yeah. So here's to hoping. I mean, it's gonna be a huge game regardless, regardless of whatever bugs or anything it may have. There's gonna be a lot of people that are going to be buying and playing it. Buying, who knows? It's on Game Pass. But I mean, if you're on PC, if you have PC Game Pass, then cool. But
Yeah, this is the part of the year where games actually start getting good.
it's always at the end of the year. But it's going to be just a huge year. I mean, we're going to have Starfield. We got Alan Wake 2, which I'm plenty excited for. They revealed that gameplay, and I was like, whoa.
I avoided it because I still need to beat the first one.
It's a spoopy. It is spoopy.
I bet it is. I'm just avoiding it because I don't want the first game spoiled. It's what I did. It's what I did with Horizon also.
Very true. And I can't wait. I'm like, good Lord, I'm going to have to like reshuffle some, I'm going to have to make more space on our hard drives.
Rest in peace to hard drives.
Yeah, for real though, because like some of these games are just so utterly massive. Like a Baldur's Gate 3, that's like 125 gigs as well. That's a giant game.
Yeah, I know. I just hope when the new Assassin's Creed game comes out.
Well, they said it's supposed to be a smaller game.
Yeah, I just hope that don't kill the hard drive.
Yeah,
I still need to do the internal upgrade for my
for your PS5. Yeah, like right now I'm set on getting a Series X just because I want a Series X.
Getting a Series X for one game and one game only.
I mean, I'm like, see, that's where I'm torn because PC or my apologies, Game Pass has the cloud gaming, so I could theoretically, and they already said Starfield is going to be on the cloud gaming. I could play Starfield on my Xbox One X and just stream it, and then not have to worry about taking up, that much space. Because even if I wanted to install Starfield on my Xbox One X, I couldn't because it's not a previous gen game.
I think it would be cool though if with Starfield if they like release like a multiplayer update. That would be
really cool. Yeah. I mean, as to what Bethesda's plans are for the game, we have no idea.
Like, especially since we're going to be able to have, like, our own fleet.
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool.
That would be
like,
so cool.
You guys are, like, you and your buddies.
Yeah, can all, like, have your fleet and go.
You're all
that
one
would
fleet.
That
or
would actually
even
just be so cool.
My fleet versus your fleet.
That would be utterly insane. And then also.
That would be how you get Game of the Year.
Ooh. I'm going to be honest,
I mean, this is Xbox's last shot to get Game of the Year.
I mean, for this year, yeah.
If they drop the ball with Starfield, it's going to haunt them because Redfall is still haunting them.
Oh. Yeah, I think I saw a thing on, I think it was on over the weekend that, like, somebody did, like, they checked the player count for Redfall on Steam, and it was, like, 38 people.
Have they even fixed that game yet?
I don't know.
Disappointing.
It's tricky though because there was a lot of hype around Redfall and then kaboom.
Now Xbox has no recollection of that game.
Yeah, they're like, we have no memory.
Like, because I remember even the Xbox Instagram was blowing up.
Yeah,
like they like all of a sudden like made like all their story like spell out the word Redfall.
Yeah,
like their profile pic turned to Redfall.
Yeah, they pushed hard to market it because it was supposed to be this huge hit runaway game.
I wanted to play it because like when they first showed the trailer, I'm like, this game looks awesome.
Yeah, like I remember after that first weekend, because like when you turn on your Xbox and you have the dashboard pull up, oftentimes whatever big game came out that week, there's always an ad for it, especially if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I had it for literally, and sometimes it'll stay on there for a couple of weeks if it's supposed to be a very big game.
With Diablo.
Diablo, it was there for like
a month.
Yeah, for like Diablo was like there for like a month solid. For Redfall, it was literally there that first weekend, and then
yeah, I know that.
Like that Monday, it was just quietly gone, and they were just like, "Oh, look at these other games."
I kept getting Sea of Thieves.
Oh no, I kept getting it's like find your next new game here, and it would just show me like a cluster of like different games.
Or get this one that says some games are free. I'm like, yeah, no, I play like a couple of them.
Yeah, like some of them aren't that bad actually, which I'm just like, okay,
Speaking of the free games, Warframe did their event TennoCon over the weekend.
They did,
and they announced big plans for their game.
Oh yeah.
One is for those who play Warframe, they're gonna be doing an update. I forgot the name of it. But it's going to be involving the man in the wall.
Oh, I did see I did see a little bit of that. It's going to be fun.
They announced I'm not sure when this update will come out, but it's called Year 1999. Essentially you're playing another character that resembles another Warframe, but you're in like a modern world in like an apocalypse. It looks really cool though.
It's going to be it's just going to be a fun time. Like right now, if you're a gamer, whoa, excuse me there, folks. I'm trying not to die here, actually. I might as well crack into my drink now. So I didn't bring an energy drink onto the show this time. Somehow. I know, I'm just breaking a lot of traditions on today's episode. But I'm going to be starting another one here shortly. But anywho's, I ended up picking up another variation of Liquid Death. This time it's Bury It Alive. Apparently, it's a berry-flavored sparkling water.
You should have told me you were getting that because I was at 7-Eleven and I saw it there.
Oh. Well, to be fair, I barely got this yesterday, and it wasn't really planned. Like, I ended up having to take my mom over to Sprouts, And I looked in the fridge and I was like, wait, I haven't tried that flavor. And I just got it.
Chug, chug, chug. I'm joking.
I am not chugging a can of Liquid Death on air. That just sounds like a horrible idea.
You would have probably a loud burp.
Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been so bad.
How's it taste?
Well, that was the first taste just to get the palate wet.
Okay.
That's actually not that bad. It's actually like a nice, like the flavor's not too overpowering because I've had other sparkling waters before that they just like dump the flavor in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, it just kind of hits you really quick. But no, that's good. It's like a light one. Part of me honestly feels like a lot of these Liquid Death flavors could make really good, like drink mixers. Like the lime one. Oh, that one, mix it up with the right combination.
That one's good, actually.
Lime one's really good. I still have a can of that at home. And, oh, man, whew, that's actually really good. Like, I didn't do the energy drinks because, oddly enough, I'm literally running out of flavors of energy drinks to try on the show.
Yeah, I think you've, tried almost all of them.
I know.
There's probably, some out there that you haven't tried yet.
Yeah, no, but there are some that, I know my body cannot handle, like Spike. I only had it once, never doing it again. No.
I don't want to see you collapse on air.
That would be bad. That would actually be really bad. There was also
people out there know what your body can take.
Yes.
Otherwise, bad things happen.
Yes. Also, there was remember the old, and I'm still surprised that I can find them at certain stores downtown. Remember the Sobe Adrenaline Rush energy drinks?
Dude.
Those things, holy smokes. So I was out.
I'm only 20. You're making me feel old.
So I was over at the Tarahumara Saturday morning. I took my mom to get groceries, and they had cans of it. But it's weird. It doesn't say Sobe on them anymore. It just has the little lizard.
Huh.
But I was like, they still make these? Because I thought Sobe was gone, and part of me wanted to get one. And I was like, let's wait.
I know some places still sell Sobe, just not a lot. What
yeah.
sucks is Save-A-Lot used to sell Sobe.
That's where I used to get a bunch of Sobeys because they were cheap.
Luckily, the gas station by my house still sells Sobe.
Okay, now I know. But also, I remember here at Ames, before the remodeling and even years ago, they would sell Sobeys. Back when the CDI was the original, cafeteria location. Citrus Energy. The Citrus Energy was my thing, and
I
got
the pink one.
Oh, the pink one.
I don't remember what flavor it is. That one was good.
The pink one was really good, but no, the Citrus Energy, that was just my jam, and I loved it. And then also too, those the Sobe bottles, since they were that thicker plastic, they're
use them.
Yeah, you could reuse them and they would survive. I loved those. But now it's they're just getting so hard to find. But even the Sobe Adrenaline Rushes, those were really good. Or
there's some things I just missed,
yeah,
NOS in the NOS container.
NOS in the NOS container, but then they stopped doing it that way. I'll see cans of NOS around, and I'm like, man, I haven't had a NOS in a while.
You could probably order them online though with the NOS.
Yeah.
container.
Yeah, but I still...
I remember for the longest time, my little brother, we started reusing one as an actual water bottle.
Yeah, I would do that at school.
We took the label off because he was in an elementary school. And we didn't need people thinking he was drinking an energy drink.
Oh, no, I would have one in school with the label on it or anything, and I would trip people out because they thought that I would just drink energy drinks all day. I mean... Kinda.
Not far from the truth.
Not far from the truth, but in high school, I couldn't afford to drink that many all the time, but I kept one and I saved it as a water bottle, and it tripped people out because they were like, dude, I don't think I've ever seen you drink water in your life. And I'm like, that's where you're wrong,
joke's
kiddo.
on you.
It's joke's on you, kiddo. But it was just it was a crazy time, but it took a while to actually, even with rinsing out the bottle, it took a while because it was always the fruit punch flavor that I would get. And it took a while to get that out of the bottle. I was like, oh man.
Even that one's a hard flavor to find.
Yeah, not really. I mean, they have them in the cans, so, but it was still delicious. And then also too, the original amp. Now
Dude,
with Mountain Dew with the energy drinks, now it's Mountain Dew and amp, but the original amp was really good as well. I loved that flavor.
Yeah, I think the 7-Eleven by my house one time was selling amp.
Yeah.
I was tripping too because I was looking around like.
Yeah, like no, like
They still sell amp?
the original amp. Like, oh man.
And it didn't say like Mountain Dew and amp. It just said amp on it.
Yeah.
I was tripping like they still sell amp?
Yeah, like they like changed the formula so like they mixed amp like more with Mountain Dew.
That's weird.
And now like if you get the Mountain Dew Energy, like the original flavor, like the one that's in the green can, and actually they have it at the vending machine right over there. Like that one says Mountain Dew Amp. But back then it was like amp used to be just like an energy drink that was sold by Mountain Dew. They didn't like blend the two together like they do now. But it was like the amps were always really cool. Oh man, the Sobe adrenaline rushes, like the original ones. Oh man, those.
Dude, you're making me feel old, and I'm not even that old.
Bruh. No, those were good. You can still find Mountain Dew Livewire, but I remember like when it first came out, like it was a thing.
Oh, I remember Livewire.
Yeah, because I remember like I don't drink it that much because I remember as a kid, like regular Mountain Dew wouldn't hype me up too much, but something about Livewire did. Same thing with Code Red, and I think even that's why as a kid,
like that with me with Code Red.
I think that was me as a kid. That's why I didn't drink the Code Red very often. Because the Code Red would just get me going. Like the regular one, not so much, but Livewire and Code Red, those would get me going. And then they did another lime flavor for a while when they would do like the contests back then to pick what the next flavor was. And those were so good. And I remember because back then, before they tore it down over by where I used to live, they had by the time they closed, it was like Esch's Family Market. But every time that they would do the Mountain Dew contest in the summer and the flavors that didn't win, like they always had to get rid of them. So they always ended up at Esch's and they had them dirt cheap. And I would just buy cases of the stuff.
With the Lay's ones.
Yeah.
7-Eleven would do that. Because that's how I discovered the chicken and waffle one. Which
because
good.
because like stuff that they would discontinue like would end up at those stores because they just had to get rid of them and they would sell them dirt cheap. And that's like I would get cases of like certain like Mountain Dew flavors. I think it was like Lime Rush or something like that. But it was I would just get cases like they had the 12 packs of them and they would be like $4 and I'd be like, give me that. But yes, it was always just crazy times.
I'm pretty sure you're a fiend when it comes to energy drinks.
Yeah.
Like if you were running a marathon, I was dangling an energy drink at the finish line. You win in that race.
Yeah. So before I go into the next joke, like I'm gonna preface this by saying I smoking bad kids. But you know all the memes online when you see where it's like me if I like if somebody loses their vape and they just go nuts.
That's you with the energy drink.
That's me, but with energy drinks. Yeah.
I'm surprised you're still kicking with that much energy drinks you've consumed.
Well, I do try to control at least the amount of caffeine I consume with them. So like I'll drink like one that has maybe like 120 milligrams. And then if I have like with 180, you know, it's like, okay, I'm good right there. Yeah. So I try to be careful with it because like 400 milligrams is the recommended like quote unquote safe limit for caffeine.
Yeah.
So I basically keep it either at 400 or below. And I don't try to go past that because I have before and it's not fun. Yeah, so I learned.
Normally I don't drink energy drinks. I've been drinking some every now and then because life gets tiring sometimes.
Yes.
And I do need the boost sometimes. Normally I just try to rely on my adrenaline.
I try to stick to one a day unless it's a day that I'm just going to be going like going
Vegas.
all day. Yeah, like Vegas. Yeah, no, that was a whole other story. But like yesterday I had two because I didn't get to like sleep at all because I went to the gym, I got home, and normally I have some time to like try to get a nap in and then get up and do my thing. I had no time for that yesterday because I got home and then like in less than an hour later I had to go take my mom to her physical therapy appointment. So I had no time. So yeah, no, yesterday was like, yep, I need two because there ain't no way I'm going to make it. Like today, I had one so far. I mean, I'm going to be here most of the day. There's still plenty of stuff to do today. So we'll...
You're probably going to need some tomorrow.
Probably going to need some tomorrow, but thankfully I have that stash at home. So I'm just like, we'll see how it goes.
Bring me one. I'm joking. Because I might need one tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah, no, it's like, we'll see where it goes. But we've been talking for a little while, and I'll let it get back to the music with a song that has been re-injected into the spotlight due to a very, very, very successful movie and a very, very funny movie. Don't worry, it'll be on streaming soon, I hope. But you will know this song. It needs no introduction.
Let's go.
And we are kicking it back to the music here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. And welcome back to the Dumpster Fire 4.0 here, part of AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I am Josh here with Janice.
Yup.
We still here. Holy smokes. It has been quite a bit of a crazy day. This past Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. The Broncos had their final preseason game. We're finally back home. It was at Empower Field, or I should say the new and improved Empower Field, because they revealed all the new modifications. That scoreboard, oh my lord, that thing is gigantic.
About time we got an upgrade.
I mean, I will admit, I did like so keep in mind, like, how things change in 10 years. When we put the last one in, like, when we got Peyton Manning, that was one of the biggest ones in the NFL at that time. They've only gotten bigger. And now the one that we have, they said it's not the widest, but it is the tallest in the NFL. And I don't blame them. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
Like, seeing it on TV, like, you know, comparing the people.
Justice.
Oh yeah, no, but like the one that we had before, it was pretty big, but this one is just like gargantuan. It is bonkers. Like they would show shots of like people walking, you know, by it, and just like show a person, like the scale of a person to that contraption. That thing is just
I'm gonna need
monstrous.
to go to another Bronco game to see that in
yeah.
person. But
like,
tickets aren't cheap.
No, they are not. And I mean, that final preseason game, you know, that was a thrashing 41-zip. Like, even though it's a preseason game, like, it
feels good.
It feels good. I mean, we needed some hope after the last couple of seasons. I'm hoping that
We don't talk about last season.
No, we don't. I'm hoping for at least, you know, a better. It's going to be I feel it's going to be a better season for sure. As to how far we'll get, who knows? But it's going to be better than last year. We got to be better.
We got to beat the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, no, we got to beat the Raiders. We got to, if we can get past the hump and finally break the streak, we got to beat the Chiefs. I think that's going to be the big morale boost.
I can see us beating the Chiefs, but barely. If
it's going to be hard.
The way we played at that preseason game.
The Chiefs are going to be a tough team regardless. They're they're the Chiefs.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that they're cheat codes, because he doesn't even have to try to throw the ball. Mahomes could get tipped and some dude still catches it.
Yeah, no, Mahomes is a walking cheat code. Like, that man, like,
it frustrates me, but also I gotta give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, no, like, it's like he's in our division, so I have to root against him. But damn, it's like I have to respect his game, because that is. Like, some of those plays are just
Mahomes
frightening.
Might beat us. Jimmy G is not beating the Broncos.
No.
I will not tolerate that.
No. It is going to be crazy, but I mean, the AFC is just a tough division, or tough conference, because we got Mahomes to contend with. We got to deal with, we got Mahomes. We got to deal with Josh Allen and the Bills. We got to deal with Joe Burr. Like, it's a tough conference. I'm
used to Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. I'm not used to that yet.
You're right. We got to worry about Aaron Rodgers. Oh, man.
Yeah, especially since we got to play the Jets.
Yeah. Oh.
I hope he loses, and then the Jets also have to play the Packers.
Oh, gosh. That's going to be funny. That is going to be funny. Although, I mean, with our new coach's comments about our previous coach, who is now the offensive coordinator of the Jets, you know, that made this upcoming Jets game. That's going to make it very interesting.
It's going to be satisfying if the Broncos win that.
We got to win. I mean, it's going to be a chippy game. That is for sure. I mean, even like I was at the last Jets game. That was the Broncos game I went to. It was a chippy game. So there's already like kind of some bad blood there. I
don't want to talk about the last game I was at.
Oh, we know.
Flacco.
Your Flacco era game. Oh, man. That was a time.
We don't talk about that season either.
That was a time. But it's just going to be, I mean, I think it's going to be fun. Although.
Hopefully the Broncos.
What tickets do you think would be harder to get? Nuggets tickets, since they're the defending champs, or Broncos tickets?
That's tough, because Broncos tickets are always kind of expensive, even when they kind of suck. But probably Nuggets tickets.
Like right now, Nuggets tickets are going to be tough. Like tickets for that opening game when they're going to raise the banner.
They're going to be expensive.
In front of to even add more fun to it. They're doing it. The first game is against the Lakers. So we are going to be raising the banner in front of LeBron.
Let's go.
Like, when I saw that announcement, I straight up died. Like,
LeBron's
that is...
ego gonna get hurt.
Oh, yeah, but it's like, bruh, le flop, we are raising the banner in front of you.
That's gonna hurt his ego.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Like, I how do I say this? I dared to look at ticket prices, and
scared.
then my wallet quickly sat me down and was like, no, like just no.
You will have to make a sacrifice. AEW or Nuggets.
Oh no, even if I sold the AEW tickets, that still wouldn't have been enough to get one Nuggets ticket.
True.
Like,
actually, now you got me curious.
Like, okay, so just for context, we spent about $200+ on those AEW tickets, because good Lord, those fees. But yeah, even if I sold all three of them, I still wouldn't have gotten one Nuggets ticket. To put that into context, I could have sold all three AEW tickets, and I still wouldn't have even gotten a Taylor Swift ticket. I had to resort for buying the shirt off of her website, which I'm wearing right now. Yes, I am wearing a Taylor Swift shirt.
Okay,
I did it.
Up right now.
There are still tickets for AEW.
I'm pulling up the tickets for the Nuggets.
For the Nuggets? Yeah, they are...
Specifically the Lakers game.
Yeah, they are... They are not cheap. Simple as that. Because it's a nationally televised game. It's going to be, I believe, on TNT. Yeah, so it's going to be crazy. And then tickets for the Nuggets, I mean, they're the defending champs, but also this year, because they're the defending champs, they have a lot of nationally televised games. So games that are going to be on TNT, ESPN. Yeah, just, it's going to be... It's not going to be like last year where we didn't have a whole lot of nationally televised games. No, this year we have a ton. We have a Christmas Day game, which is going to be cray-cray. I mean, we had one last year too. Aaron Gordon just going with the dunk of the year right there. So here's to hoping for a similar highlight. It's going to be, but those tickets, I was going to say, what we finding?
On average, it's saying 306. Average.
Average?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, see, that's like, whew, that's a ton. And then you got to keep in mind, like, that's not just the take, that's the ticket.
Yeah, that's minus.
That's, Ticketmaster and their fees, like,
that's also without, specific spot you're
parking.
in. Parking.
Yeah, no, that's...
Most likely you're getting food there.
Yeah, no, I mean, food at Ball Arena, I mean, it's not that expensive.
Stadium food ain't cheap. It ain't.
No. I mean, drinks, yeah, no, especially of the 21 and up variety drinks, those are expensive at Ball Arena. Like, last time, me and my buddy and I, when we went to go see Billie Eilish, it was at Ball Arena, and we were looking at the drinks, $12 for a beer, and we were like, come again?
Speaking of which, like 2 weeks ago, wasn't Ed Sheeran in Denver?
Yeah.
That big rainstorm?
Yeah, 3-hour delay, but he played the whole show, which I will give him props,
I was worried because I was on my way back from Denver.
Yeah, and it was downpouring.
Yeah, I ended up having to take the back roads back
Oh,
to Greeley.
jeez. Yeah, no, because it was a nasty storm.
I spotted 3 accidents. Could barely see the road. I'm not sure if you saw my snap.
Yeah,
story.
no, I saw the snap. I was like, oh,
I
Lord.
couldn't even see out the windshield.
Yeah, no, it was crazy though, but he set the record for like most people at a concert at Empower Field because he had the 360-degree stage, so he was just like right on the 50-yard line, so they could seat everybody around the whole stadium, and it was like 85,000 people. Like,
imagine playing football in that rain.
Ooh,
that would be slippery ground.
Oh, that's a slip and slide.
I used to play football, and I practiced in the rain. It's not fun.
No. How do I say this? Like it can be
defense.
Oh yeah, no, it's
like when you're trying to like go with the momentum. So like
it is hard.
Your ankles are getting broken.
Oh yeah, no, it is tricky stuff to play in. Yeah, no, and then I realized so years ago. Just for context, this is probably like 2009 or 10.
Oof.
Yeah, so this was even before they remodeled Empower Field the first time and they added the first big scoreboard.
Yeah.
When I was a Boy Scout, we got to go to a Denver Outlaws game. That just shows how long it was back when they had a lacrosse team playing in there. And being a scout, we got to do the presentation of the flag. Yeah. So they actually let us like step on the field.
Oh.
And I was losing my mind. I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm stepping on the field where the Broncos play. And we got to present the flag or everything. We got tickets to the game. It was included. And the coolest part was we got to spend the night on the field.
What?
It was like the coolest thing. Like I nearly froze my butt off because I had my sleeping bag. Mm-hmm. But in the middle of the night, so they showed a movie on the scoreboard. They showed Up, and cool. I had kind of dozed off at that point because it was just a really long day. But later on at night, I literally wriggled out of my sleeping bag and I slept on the grass because I was like, I'm on the grass.
You got too excited, huh?
I was too excited. And then the next morning, like everybody was cleaning up, a couple of scouts from another group brought a football. And we were throwing it back and forth, and then I don't remember how it got started, but we all started tackling too. And of course I jumped in on that, but it was like, this is the closest I am ever going to get to actually like doing anything football related here.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And that grass, I mean, it was a solid bed of grass, but like it hurt. I was like, oh, man.
I'm probably not going to pay like to get into the stadium for a Bronco game anytime soon. I might tailgate again because I did that once. It was fun. And
I've tailgated there for concerts, never for a game. Like last year when
for a game is awesome because you get to meet all kinds of super fans.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we saw it all like when we went last year, but if it wasn't for the fact that like my mom was about to have like a major surgery in a week, and my dad at the time was still recovering from his surgery the year prior. Ooh. Like that's why we didn't tailgate. Like we just showed up. But other than that, no, we tailgated there for concerts, which was a blast, but never for a game. But it was like, it was such a cool atmosphere.
What a lot of the Bronco fans like doing for tailgating, is depending on the opponent team.
Yeah,
that depends on what kind of food they make. So I went there during the Kansas City game.
Oh, division rivalry.
So I got to, have some Kansas City food, like the barbecue and all that. It was good.
Oh, yeah. No, like when we went, it is just such a cool atmosphere. Like we saw like all the flags, the super fans. Like it is just such a crazy atmosphere.
Yeah, what's cool is I've been to the Denver Stadium a couple times, not for games. Like I went there when it was Sports Authority Field.
Yep. I was gonna say I got to go for all three eras. Like the first time I went, it was still in Vesco. So yeah, that's how long it was. And then I went and then I've gone. The most times I went was when it was Sports Authority Field, even after Sports Authority closed, and they just left the sign up there for like a year.
I still thought that was funny.
And then I've gone to when it was in Power Field.
Yeah, because I went there twice when it was Sports Authority.
Yeah.
One was a field trip. The other was my mom had a company like dinner thing.
Oh, there you go.
So we got to be in like the fancy area of the stadium.
Yeah, no, I got to when I saw the weekend. Our tickets were in the club level, which still haven't figured out how I pulled it off, but I did. And like the club level, that is fancy, and I'm like, this is probably the only time I'll ever be able to actually like afford to be in here.
Your wallet must hate you.
Oh, my wallet did, because I mean I paid a lot of money for those tickets either way, but I didn't pay attention when I saw that they were club level until I actually got in, and I'm like, where is this section? I don't know where it is. So I went in and I asked like one of the attendants at the stadium, and she was just like, oh, you go to the club level, the entrance is this way. And we're like, what? Like me and my homie, we were like, how are we in?
How much was it? I'm curious. I want to know.
Like $250.
Hey, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad.
That, I mean, keep in mind, I was like right on the verge of leaving my previous job and going to the one I'm at now. Ooh. So at that time, it was a lot.
With your situation, it was. But
but it was
normally for like if you're just working and everything. That's not
oh
bad.
Yeah, no, but keep in mind at my other job, I was making less than what I'm making now.
Oh, that's fair.
So yeah, no, I mean, it was a lot of money, and I was like, ugh. But it was.
That's a fair price, actually.
It was crazy. We spent a lot. I was gonna say we tailgated in the parking lot, but then we got drinks in the club level just to be like, bro, we got drinks in the club
Just
level.
to feel fancy. Yeah.
Just to feel fancy, and that was like $35. Like, oh god. Like we went, the bartender was really nice, and then like when she told us to charge, we were like, oh Lord. But we did it just to be like, dude, we did it, you know? That was just part of the fun.
Sometimes you just gotta do things to feel fancy.
Yeah, no, that was like our big shot moment. I'm like, if I never come in here again, like me and my buddy even got like a bunch of pictures because we're like, no one's gonna believe that like we were in like bums like us were in here, but we were.
You've never been in that area since.
Oh no, like no. When we went a few months later back for the actual game, yeah, no, I wasn't even sniffing that section. We were way up in the 500 level.
Yeah,
we were like in like 512.
That's the area I was.
Yeah, no, we were. I was like
Kansas City fan behind me.
Oh no! Like when we went to that,
of his lungs, every Kansas City.
No, when we went to that when we went to the actual Broncos game, and we were like way up in the 500 level. I'm like, this is more what I'm used to, because that's where I normally am for even concerts.
Back to reality.
Yep, literally back to reality. Ooh. And that about does it for today. Speaking of back to reality, we are coming up on the top of the hour. So that is about it for our episode here today. Now we got more stuff to plan because tomorrow we got a big day. It's going to be fun. Remember, fall in tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the outside area in between the Student Commons and the Allied Health Building. Plenty of food, free swag, get to meet all the clubs and organizations so you can be involved in this awesome community that we have here at Ames. And we do thank you all so much for listening.
Finally get to put faces to the voice.
You got to put faces to the voice. That's exactly right. And we do thank you all so much for listening. This was a dumpster fire, and you were all warned.